And for the sake of time, we're gonna start the meeting. Superintendent Miller made a request to kind of like, he has to go into a different meeting, he wants to start first. So we don't have quorum for any voting. It's only the present in person, Jacob Banas.
Can we promote Erwin to a panelist? He's in the
He's there?
attendees. Yeah.
Erwin raised hand.
Yep.
So what would?
Did you go to participants?
It would be.
And then,
Yeah, can you put just keep it down, please? Okay, just mute it.
in the attendees, on the top right.
Oh, right, okay.
And then, the three dots. Promotes panelist.
There you go. So everyone is a panelist, so we'll have.
Good evening. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Gotcha.
Anytime, and thank you, Jacob. So in person, we have Assistant Chair Jermina Escobar,
No,
Alcobar,
October, yes.
I like Escobar
No, but that's not my last name.
because it sounds like rhyming and popular.
No, that's not my name.
Jacob Banas. We have all of you, which you will have a turn to introduce yourselves. See a new face that I haven't seen. Brenda, Alexis, how are you? Jose Jimenez, no, it's not Jose Jimenez, doesn't look like Jose Jimenez. Executive Castro, right? There you go, got it right. Jocelyn Minaya, Superintendent Miller, Jose Jimenez.
Hi, it's Lieutenant Borough. I'm sitting in for Captain Hernandez. He has a meeting at One Police Plaza.
Yeah, I have Steve Noltecker, whoever that is, Fernanda Lujan, and Joseph Navarrete from the 3-4, and Evan Fernandez, our colleague, board member. So Superintendent Miller, if you want to get us started with your report. Do we have, can we unmute? Have to unmute yourself, Superintendent.
Mute.
Who has the power to?
He has to do it.
He has to do it. We can't mute or unmute.
We can only mute.
You have to unmute yourself.
Still nothing.
Still nothing.
Hi, do you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, my name is Brenda Brogdon Alexis. I'm the DEPA programs at Edgecombe Correctional Facility. I don't know what happened to the superintendent. He was on. We just wanted to say hello and let you know Edgecombe is doing very well. We have a steady stream of male parolees coming into the facility. They're undomiciled, so we are offering them a safe place for them to reside until they find permanent housing. We also have the female population residents and female work release. In June, we'll be having our citizens tour. So if anyone's interested in coming into Edgecombe to see what we're all about, take a tour, you are welcome. I believe you can get in contact with us. Everyone knows the superintendent's information. Other than that, we continue to do things in the community, and we're happy to say that we're a positive area community at Edgecombe.
All right. Thank you, Deb. You guys can hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. So she did a great job. We also, as you know, do the hydroponics. We are happy to give that out to the community when we have the opportunity. So we grow fresh vegetables in the facility, and they're, no pesticides. It's just basically nutrient-rich water and LED lighting, and so anybody that comes on the tour will get a chance to see how that all comes together. So we haven't been on for a couple of the meetings. I tried to get on one or two, but we wanted you to know that yes, we're one of 42 state correctional facilities, one of only 2 in the New York City area, as you know. During the previous job action, our facility was not involved in the job action, so all our staff came to work. There was no impact on our operations. We service parolees returning for transitional housing as well as women who are on work release, and all the populations didn't have any discontinuation or any interruption in their services. We did something recently where we had individuals do a program called Restaurant Ready, where they actually got training to be in the hospitality industry, whether in the front of the house or the back of the house. So, we're always looking for value-added opportunities like that for the residents, and we see that it helps promote success. So, we're trying to do our part to obviously support public safety by making sure that people returning to our communities are supported and have a good opportunity to stay in the community successfully. So there's a very low recidivism rate for anybody that's at Edgecombe. So that's the quick update. I'm glad to see the 33rd precinct. We have a relationship with them because we're in their precinct. So we, when we do things, we contact them, and the state police come around because they're checking all the facilities. So you'll see state police sometimes just around the facility just because we're a state facility, but everything's been quiet, no issues. So that's the Edgecombe update.
Just a quick question before you leave. How many parolees do you have on site?
Right now we have 54.
Is that considered to be full capacity, half capacity?
No, our capacity is our total capacity would be 110, both male and female, and then another possible 32 for work release.
50. What is a decent number? Tanisha, something you want to add? Thank you both. Brenda, nice meeting you.
I'll just say I've been on a tour. I'm a fan. Maybe I'll see y'all this year.
Yeah.
All right.
I want to see what happened in the last year.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You'd be welcome.
More than welcome.
So to save the date is June 3rd, the Tuesday. It's in the 11 a.m. I know that you guys have my information. I will forward the invite with the RSVP. The RSVP date is 2 weeks before. We just need to have a head count of who's coming. So I'll make sure that gets to you and shared with the group. All right. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thanks. Right. So you guys have any questions? So moving to our district's office. I don't know who's presenting, either just Jocelyn or Fernanda, whichever one of you.
Hi everyone. I do want to apologize for not having my camera on. I tried to get my computer to work, but nonetheless I'm on my phone. My name is Fernanda Lupang. I'm the Community Engagement Coordinator for the Manhattan DA's office, located in Washington Heights. I do have one item to report, and that is that we'll be hosting our New York Crime Victims Candlelight Vigil on Sunday, April 6th from 2 to 4 on West End Collegiate Church on 245 West 77th Street. This event is in collaboration with the New York State Attorney General's Office, the Dallas State Coalition for Crime Victims, and DA's offices in the Bronx and Kings County. I will make sure to send the flyer to the community board so you guys can join us this Sunday. But I'm here with Jocelyn Minaya, the director of the Washington Heights office, for any questions or concerns.
Hey, I have a quick question. This is Erwin speaking. Is it all right for me to speak? I'm not sure if I spoke over anyone.
Yeah, as long as you're on camera, yes.
Okay, thank you. I just like to, and this is more of I'll follow up with you later, but if you have any data on elder abuse, like scams that are going on in the neighborhood, I remember Jocelyn, I think she mentioned that somewhere. I can't remember exactly which meeting it was. It might have been the general one, but I was just wondering if there's any data on that at the district level. and potentially like certain zip codes and things like that. If you could follow up with me about that at some point, or with the committee as a whole, or maybe even in the next general board meeting, I'd love that.
I can follow up with you right now, Erwin, if you
Oh,
like.
nice. Hi, how are you? I
Hi,
didn't know you were
I'm
there.
well.
I'm not on screen. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay, sweetheart. It's fine. So data per se, in terms of numbers, no. Because we don't, so scams are classified as financial fraud, and we don't
Got it.
necessarily keep data in terms of age. I will say to you though, we consider elder abuse to be a crime against anyone 60 or over, no matter what the crime is. But we don't keep specific demographics in terms of age or race or anything like that. I will say to you though that scams are alive and well. And you know, recently I've had a woman come to the office because you know she allowed someone to take control of her phone. You know, they called her, and the what they do is it's very psychological. So they create the sense of urgency so that people can stop thinking rationally, and you start thinking, you know, your fight or flight mode steps in, and you start thinking, you know, I got to fix this problem right away. So it's very psychological the way that they do this, and that's how they got this poor woman. She was, you know, getting ready to go to bed, and her phone rang, and someone is like, "Oh, your account was hacked into. I'm calling you from Chase. Don't worry, I'm gonna help you." And she granted them access to her phone. This person created a Zelle account. Long story short, he Zelled himself her check for the month, and her disabled son's check. So, you know, it's just a matter of being out there and telling people to try as best they can to take a deep breath before taking an action, and, you know, being comfortable with hanging up and calling their bank directly. But we are seeing that type of scam. You know, we had an elderly gentleman also in the bank that he was having trouble inputting his PIN, and this Good Samaritan, quote unquote, came up and said, "I'm going to help you." And he helped him retrieve some money and then gave him a card that wasn't the gentleman's card. So the gentleman didn't notice. Not only did this guy now have his PIN number because he helped him get his money out, but also had his actual card. They didn't notice until he got home that night, and he told his son. And this man, you know, this gentleman didn't have a lot of money in his bank account, but this guy went in and cleaned up like the $700 this poor man had in his bank account. So it's just a matter of telling community, our seniors, everyone, because anyone can be the victim of a scam. You know, just keep reminding them of what we're seeing, what we're hearing, and it's okay to hang up, you know, and it's okay to take a breather before we give information or we act. But I appreciate you asking that, Erwin.
Thank you so much for that explanation. And it's very sad that that's happening in our community and pretty much everywhere. I'm hearing it as well everywhere. Thank you very much for that. Really
please, if you hear it, encourage them to call us, Erwin. We like to keep track. We like to keep track of these complaints. You know, oftentimes we hear about new scams through community calling us. But we also would like to see if there's anything we can do, any investigation that we can undertake. We're more than happy to take the complaints. And by the way, June is Elder Abuse Awareness Month. So we are going to be partnering with our NYPD folks and community-based orgs, and we're going to have like a seniors fair where they can come and shred their documents and all of that. So I will definitely keep you, Public Safety and CB12, posted so that you can join us. It'll be in conjunction with my colleagues in the 3-3 and the 3-4 precinct, you know, and again, a whole bunch of community-based CBOs, the senior center. So I'll definitely let you know when that happens.
Yes,
okay?
Definitely forward me that, because I'm also part of the aging committee, and I'd love to forward Mary that as well.
Well, Mary's our partner, so she'll probably forward it to
There
you.
we go. All right, thank you. All right, thank you very much, Jocelyn. I appreciate it. Thank you, Fernanda. Bye.
Mr. Chair, may I say one more thing?
The floor is yours.
So we are in April. April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month. So, you know, to the extent possible that we can, you know, go into community to talk about sexual assault, to encourage people to report, especially during these times when, you know, if people are afraid to come forward to say anything because maybe, you know, their status in this country, you know, is something that can be held against them. We want to continue encouraging community to come forward, to please report to us if they are the victim of sexual assault, sexual abuse. You know, our Special Victims Division, our Sex Crimes Unit, you know, does such wonderful work, and as well as our Survivor Services Bureau, where we provide wraparound services. And on Wednesday, April 30th is Denim Day. So I will definitely, the Washington Heights Inland Coalition Against Interpersonal and Domestic Violence, we're going to have another community fair. That flyer, they haven't forwarded me the final draft yet, but once they do, I will be sure to share. Once again, we're partnering with our PD colleagues, and we're looking to have a resource fair to make sure that we raise awareness. So wear your jeans on April 30th, and when somebody asks Captain Castro and the Lou, why are you guys wearing jeans? Let me tell you why I'm wearing jeans today, and go into the conversation with community. But I will keep you all posted so we can come out and hang out with our jeans and share resources with the community.
All right, very good. Good stuff. Thank you, as usual, for all that information that you give us, guidance. Thank you, everyone, for your questions. Now we're going to move on to the reports from both local prisons, the 3-3 and the 3-4. So we're going to start with the 3-3. I don't know which one of you, it's Castro or...
Good afternoon. I'll speak. Good afternoon. This is Captain Castro. How's everyone? Very good, very good. So as far as our crime reports, right now, what we want to let you guys know is pretty much to be aware that it's summer now. Be aware in the parks, you know, make sure you are safeguarding your belongings. In the 3-3 precinct, we're not really struggling with crimes right now. The only issue we really have at this point is cars that are being broken into and cars that are being stolen. So for instance, the cars that are being stolen, they're being stolen from different areas in the precinct, from 177 in Wadsworth to 165 in Fort Washington to even 175 in Amsterdam. So it's kind of like spread out. I could tell you the type of vehicles that you should be, you know, make sure that if you have tires and rims on these vehicles, get wheel locks. It looks like these individuals that are stealing the tires and rims have a universal key, but if you could invest on a good, you know, good set of wheel locks. So for instance, Acura, we've had Acura stolen. We had 2 of them stolen within, you know, the past month. A Ford van. We had 2 Kias. So a couple of years ago, there was something called the Kia Challenge, where they put a tutorial on YouTube on how to steal these vehicles. And I hope it's not becoming a trend, but so far in this 1 month period, we had 1 Kia that was actually stolen. And let me give you the exact location. I'm sorry. So this Kia was stolen from 671 West 162, and it was recovered in Harlem. So they stole it in the confines of the 3-3 on 162. A few hours later, it's in Harlem on 116th Street. The officers in Harlem see this car running and unoccupied. They run the registration. They call the owner. The owner didn't even know the vehicle had been stolen yet. Okay, so at that point, you know, of course, we send our evidence collection team to retrieve prints. We're still working on, you know, to see if there's anything in the database, the DNA database that matches. But that same, maybe the following week, we had a Kia on 155, which is pretty much the Speedway, the avenue before Edgecombe. And that one, it was an attempt. So what happens is that they damaged the steering column. So it looks like they tried this whole, you know, try to start the car, and they were unsuccessful. So hopefully it's not becoming a trend. We are looking at it. And what we're doing at this point is our specialty units. Some of them are working the whole midnight tour and patrolling the area. Also, our borough They are aware of the spike we have in these type of crimes, vehicle-related crimes. So they have deployed a set of officers to deploy to certain areas, let's say the 3-4 and the 3-3. They were out last night, they're coming out tonight. They're also gonna alternate within certain areas, certain precincts, let's say the 3-0 precinct, the lower end of Manhattan North by Columbia University. Right now, what they're doing is they're doing most of the pretty much surveillance in the confines of the 3-4 and 3-3. Because of all of our highways, it's a problem, right? So we have the 95, we have vehicles going to Jersey, we have vehicles going to the Bronx. So at this point, this is
We can't hear you anymore.
We lost you. Unmute yourself.
We can't hear you, Castro.
I don't know why that is.
We just lost you.
Touched it.
Oh.
She might have touched it.
Oh no.
We're gonna have to share the same one. Go to the same one.
sorry, I lost you guys on mine. Sorry. Where did I leave off? So again, the borough gave us resources. You know, they saw that we had an issue where there's officers that are deployed, grand larceny unit from the borough. They're helping us out overnight. Also, we have our own units that are working the overnight hours so that we could put as many vehicles with lights on as possible.